I'm telling you, man, you're gonna need the North Pole to cool us off, man. For sure. Yours, let's go. But it's only for you and me. Some privacy. Can I take you over to my hideaway? Got some things that I wanna say. But it's only for you and me. Only need some privacy. Can I take you to my hideaway? 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 It's Fatal to ya, featuring BLU. We hot up in here. I'm telling you, man, you're gonna need the North Pole to cool us off, man. For sure.
Telephone voucher is one of the most convenient ways that I'm finding now to do my shopping here at Mangere, and my sister just sent through the voucher on my cell phone, and I just come straight to Mangere to do my shopping.
Ole si tulanga pitusili o tau. Ole la fo me o le patala o loa. Ona fa ngale fa tau o loa e o nga mo ainga.
I think it's really convenient for families overseas if they don't know how to help their families here. Then this is the perfect way.
Mai ele sa so foi tau ele sia sa. Ni kia foi sa we mo mawina ni foi au nang fo ala mai le talo for voucher. Ila wana fa tau ma me te mga oi. Ile voucher.
Dai mo le talo fa voucher o mo le apusu se o fine. So se para loa fa ngo fie. A me se le te ferwa i mala telefoni. Tai mi uma. Ai lo la fo merkes ona ino do tama o ainga.
Fa te tu la vole tal for voucher mo le foi au nang fo fa tai. Ma lu la le tsam pai.
Pa tai talo fa voucher.
Teki talo for voucher.
For the next generation of growers and farmers in the Pacific, may you find your own rhythm on the land. May you grow and teach others how to grow with love. May your skills and intuition continue to nourish, nurture, and advise those who need it.
warm Pacific greetings to you all who have just tuned into Blue TV, Pea and Claudia, BluTable. It's the podcast where we explore anything and everything, where we get in touch with our community on the grassroots levels, and we explore what exactly is it that they do in the community. Claudia, how are you? The beautiful Claudia.
Hello for love it, everyone, and welcome to what is going to be another great episode here on BluTable Podcast. I am feeling a little bit rattled because I have just learned some things today that I didn't know for the last 29 years of my life, and I kind of wish I didn't know. So on the show today, we do have Kelvin Danielson, and who is the process operator at the Watercare Mangere Wastewater Treatment Plant. And you can tell I'm a little bit rattled. So when he isn't busy monitoring wastewater treatment processes, you can find Kelvin out and about working on his fitness, from walking 10,000 steps every night to kayaking. And if that isn't enough to keep him busy, he's also learning Japanese. But we had a little discussion off air, and I discovered today that the water that we swim in the oceans is actually treated toilet water. And I don't know, is it just me that didn't know this? I don't know. So I'm a little bit like, this whole entire time, every single summer that I've gone out and about, dunked my head into the water, gotten water up my nose, in my mouth, it's been processed toilet water. I don't know how Pea can be so calm about this.
Well, it was, we had an interesting conversation, and I said, "Shark bait, you didn't know?" And she goes, "What?" Know. And I said, "Nemo. If you've watched the show Nemo, you will know that what Gil advised to Nemo, because Nemo was lost or was taken off the reef, and then he was placed into a fish tank. And the advice that Gil said was, every time you need to go through to that hole over there, be able to find your dad again."
Yeah.
Poopy water.
What it's called. I just want to say hi to Vasa, Tassi, Vitalia.
Hi everyone.
Beata, thank you so much. Tassi has, I think Tassi's sharing the same reaction as me. He's got a series of big-eyed emojis with the little vomit face emoji. Yeah, because you're swimming in poop water.
Well, you are.
Poop water.
You are swimming. Ultimately, yes, yeah, you are. If you think about it, you are swimming in treated.
But it's still, we'll ask Calvin this, but surely you can't treat 100%.
No, of course not.
So you'll still be swimming with poop water. And when you're swimming and like a wave crashes on you and you're choking, that's poop water.
Yeah, it is. Well, guys, you learn a lot of stuff off the Disney Nemo, the one and only Nemo, when let's keep swimming, swimming, swimming in the poopy water. You know what? I feel for Claudia right now.
Vasa is also, I think she feels the same way as me. She's saying, no more beach for me. And I'm starting to feel the same way too.
Well, if you think about it, when we get a little boo-boo on our hand or we scrape our knee, think about it. Wa o lale mea kako mā koe whai. Au maile mā sima, maile vai vivela. Salt and water, right? It's like the beach. Salt, tea, water. So
that salty poopy water.
So I just thought to myself, well, mum and dad was like, maile mā sima, and you're like, what? Le masima male turtle. You know what, with my mum, I have to share this the other day, and I'm so sorry, mum, and I do not mean to be.
Hi, mum.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw her under the bus. It's like, yeah, le turtle. And I'm like, and I said, oh my gosh, guys, mum just bought a turtle. No, it was Ditto.
Oh.
But my mum pronounced it. And then after that, when I laughed, my mum goes, who taught you how to read? Who taught you? Who filled out your forms? And that's when I went, zip. Because my mum's right. She did. She taught me how to read, write, go to school, catch the bus. Mum did all of that. But I think I was just excited because I thought I was getting a turtle.
Oh, I would be excited if I thought I was getting a turtle.
What's a Samoan mum buying us a turtle? I'm like,
That's really nice. Best mum ever. Firstly, say, makes me wonder what water they use at the pools now. And Vasa responded, but that doesn't have poopy in it. But it kind of does. I feel like a lot of pools do with a lot of kids.
It does.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you now when the pools are closed for about 2 hours, you know what's happened. Something's happened.
They used to shut down Papatoa Centennial pools like nearly every day from what I remember. But I'm really looking forward to getting Kelvin on the show.
Yeah. But you know what?
Great conversation.
It is interesting. I want to know how they treat the water.
And if they're doing it
And
properly.
it's Mangere. Oh my gosh, we were picking up rubbish there the other day. We think about it.
And we were right there with the mangroves touching the water.
And our shoes were like sunk
Yum.
into the water.
And so, should we go into a quick break?
Let's go into a quick break.
Compose myself.
But before we do, we cannot forget a massive shout out to our sponsors. We've got Pacific 40, a talofa voucher, 10 days away from Christmas. Am I right? Is it 10? Am I counting it wrong?
What's today? Today is the 15th.
15th. 10 days till Christmas. If you haven't already sent something over to Samoa, do it with Pacific 40 Talofa voucher. There's a range of stores that you can purchase a gift, even toys, dresses, you name it. Send it over. Also, Pacific Easy Money Transfer, the secure way to send your kupe over to Samoa. You've got Maoto Samoa service station in Samoa, so gas up for the team there at Maoto Samoa. Or if you have that awesome business idea, you can generate it with the generator. So hit the team up at the generator. And of course, if you're looking for simple gift this year that which is going to cost you only $15, a calendar from the awesome florist supporting your koko farmers in Samoa. And last but not least, if you are looking to upgrade those skills, do it with the Academy, Oceania Academy here in Mangere. The team are dedicated to ensuring that your skills are upgraded and that you're work ready.
Yes, sorry, I just had to bite my tongue because Vasa, I think she's got a bit of a conspiracy theory. She said,
no.
oh my God, what if the sand at the beaches poopies? I don't know what that means. But we'll let you ponder on that while we're going to go into a quick break.
Yeah.
And we'll come back.
Maybe we can ask. Maybe
Vasa is onto something.
Maybe while you're sitting there making your sand castles with Bronson.
Oh, God. Okay, guys, I'm going to go into a quick break, but we'll see you very shortly.
Stay tuned, guys.
O Merikirisimasi mawhailonga tupeta I lua se lautala e whasefulu o Sauni e le Pacific Easy mo ana paanga. E lua sefulu whailonga mo Samoa, lua sefulu fo I whailonga tupeta I lua se lautala mo New Zealand nei. Whamole whaonga le tali whawhonga au mai lau pasi e ilo ai ua mai au na whai tui. Mai whautui na fo I le whaonga o le F-Pass e tutongi e tupe whaamomoli. Pea whaonga ina o tātou ofisai o Tara o Tahuru ma Mangere. Whaaftagtele Samoa le langlango I le nei tausanga ma ia maru I tele le kirisimasi ma le tausanga fo I ainga umo Samoa. Modisi whaamtalanga wala au le ovalu se lau o tasi ono. Po le lua fitu ono, fitu wiva, fitu wha. Pacific Easy o lau paanga mo tupe whaamomoli I Samoa.
Tautua ma le au nanga remote tau Samoa service station nei tōna I mata. Ma tau te utuina lo ta avale, ma le tele o nisi o mata au nanga I se ese. Ai le ngata foile, ma tau te seke ina fo ila ta avale. Sapala ya foi suau. Mola utapani. A fai foi o vai pa o sa. A wala te poli, ma tu te sapalaya foi e a mono ta vai. Molo no posila fia. Mua ta pela ta vale pe out. Lua ta pela o telefone il time utu ina ila ta vale. Male vaenga mulu. Mana tua fo. E matua I fa sa ina lo ta mafta pa ai no fuanga pa pe. Ota Samoa. Ore mo ota Samoa. Ma do te fia e au na pe mo o Samoa. Maftaila fia mai. We'll see you again. God bless.
O le Oceania Career Academy, o sea o ngai Mangere ua whaatuina le pūlenga le whono mō tangata Pasifika ma Maori. O sea o ngai mawai le tomai whakamuta, whapea isi anga wa eseste. E talia so se tangata mai le se furu ono le wha se furu tausanga, ma ea o nga fua li ima tamai tai wano fo maupesi te seni ni usila. Whaafso tai nei loa le OCA, i le overu se lau, ono lua lua, valu fitasi. Pea siasi le website www.oca.nz.
Telephone voucher is one of the most convenient ways that I'm finding now to do my shopping here at Mangere, and my sister just sent through the voucher on my cell phone, and I just come straight here to Mangere to do my shopping.
O le si tūranga pitusili o le tāu. O le lafo me o le pepa tala o loa. O na whaanga le whaatau o loa e au ngā more ainga.
I think it's really convenient for families overseas if they don't know how to help their families here. Then this is the perfect way.
Mai ai le sa so fua tau e le sia sa.
Le fia foi sa we mo mawina le foi au nang fo e ala mai le talo for voucher. Ila wana fa kau ma me te mga oi. Ile voucher.
Tai mo le talo pa voucher ua maua le apususi o se wa fine. So se paro loa fai ngo fie. A me se le te ferwa I mana telefoni. Tai mi uma. Ai lo le lafo merkes o na ino le tama o le ainga.
Fa te tu lava le talo for voucher mo le foi au nang fo fa tai. Ma lu la le tam fai.
Pa tai talo pa voucher. Teki talo pa voucher.
O le Oceania Career Academy, o sea o ngai Mangere ua whaatuina le pūlenga le whono mō tangata Pasifika ma Maori. O sea o ngai mawai le tomai whakamuta, whapea isi anga wa eseste. E talia so se tangata mai le se furu ono le wha se furu tausanga, ma ea o nga fua li ima tamai tai wano fo maupesi te seni ni usila. Whaafso tai nei loa le OCA, i le overu se lau, ono lua lua, valu fitasi. Pea siasi le website www.oca.nz.
Talafalava everyone, and welcome back to a conversation that I'm a little bit nervous about. It is all to do about pipi water. We do have Kelvin on the show with us, who is the process operator at the Watercare Mangere Wastewater Treatment Plant. Now, before we bring him onto the show, we have a special treat for you guys. So Bluwave is now printing out mugs, as you can see. So if you are stuck on Christmas presents this year, Christmas is 10 days away. So why not get your special mug now? Slowly up now.
Yeah. The new
ET.
Oh gosh.
I know this cup is going to sell out just as quickly as t-shirts says. I think they sold like in less than an hour, which
Oh
is crazy.
no, yeah.
So you have to come in quick. But these are $10, $10, $20.
So the Lauli one is 25. So with the Prime Minister, this one here is 20. And it also has a saying at the back. So there we go. And all of the designs are done here by the Bluwave team. So this one says, e whelele manu ai ma'au I le lato o whoanga. So I hope I said that right. Birds migrate to environments where they survive and thrive. And I think this is a perfect Christmas present. So if you are stuck and you're driving around here in Manukau and you're looking for something for mum and dad, and we know mum and dad loves to have a cup of coffee while they're watching, especially ET Live.
Yeah.
So you've got a range of personalized cups here just for mum and dad.
And I'm sure that if you wanted to have like your own face printed on the mug and gift that to your parents, I know that we can make it happen for you. So that was pretty cool.
Hit us up. There we go. How cool
Awesome.
was that?
Now, without further ado, we are going to be bringing on board Kelvin. So talofa lava, Kelvin, welcome and thank you so much for joining us on the show. If you could have talk.
Hi, yeah, my name's Kelvin. So yeah, I work at the Mangere Wastewater treatment plant. Yeah. That's it.
This is the fun part about doing a live show. We have audio difficulties at the moment. So Kelvin, you're fine. It's just on our end. So this is where Ben and I awkwardly make conversation until our producer Ryan fixes the problem.
So I'm just going to read a few comments here from Vasa. She said the salt water for your boo-boos doesn't have poopy in it. No, it doesn't, but
sure hope not.
And we've got a few other people that are really concerned about the water that they are, swimming in this summer.
I am those people.
But if you think about it, if you really think about it, would it not prompt you to take care of our environment now? I think so, eh? I hope everyone in Mangere has now got a fair idea of what they're going to be doing. Not throwing rubbish anywhere or out.
Oh, but I feel like I'm going to get over it tonight with a good night rest, and then I'll be back out in the water. Maybe just not swimming beaches. I ask Kelvin which beaches to stay away from because I don't.
Oh, definitely. Well, I heard that all of the water goes out to North Shore. Is that? I'm kidding. We'll just try that again. Sorry, Kelvin, can you?
Hello?
Okay, we're still just working on the.
Vasa is one of those awkward friends, Vasa. Why would you call me that? The thing is, Kelvin and I, we are friends in real life, so thank you for looking out, Vasa. But if you are listening in, Vasa is. I think she's asking for herself, actually. Yes, I can answer that question for you, Vasa. Kelvin is single.
Well, we've spoken a little bit about the beach and how summer is so important to New Zealand, but the weather is pretty crazy. And I've just read here online that what you need to watch out for. So, for example, over the last 3 days, it was pouring down with rain. What you want to do now, here's a tip from Mr. Google itself. You do not go to the beach 3 days after.
What? Oh.
Because you need to let it settle. So because we're talking about the water wastage and the beaches and what we love, do not go swimming after 3 days of heavy rain.
Why not?
Oh.
Because isn't rainwater...
Yep.
Does Vasa have 2 kids?
You have to know she doesn't.
Oh,
it's
confused.
Oh, there we have it. We can hear you, Kelvin.
Hello? Oh.
Yes.
Oh, no, wait. Are Vasa kids Mina and Bronson?
No.
Wait, but she's not.
No, she's not. She's single.
Yeah. Okay. No. See, Mina, you almost had me. Like I was really confused.
Sorry, Kevin. Can you hear us?
Yeah. I can hear you.
Yay.
Perfect. There we have it. We'll start again.
So sorry about that, Kelvin. But if you could please one more time introduce yourself to our viewers, and I think Vasa also wants to know if you make good balusami.
Yeah. Hello, my name's Kelvin. Oh, jeez. I don't even know what that is.
No, but you are someone, right, Kelvin?
It's probably
I'm half someone, but I'm half someone, half Dutch Indonesian. So
Vasa, So he is a salad as well. Now, Kelvin, you are a process operator at the Watercare Mangere Wastewater Treatment Plant. Now, that is a bit of a mouthful.
Yeah.
Tell us what your role involves.
So pretty much, I monitor the process of the wastewater treatment plant. So I'm going to make changes accordingly to the flow that comes into the plant. So like we deal with like up to 16,000 liters of water or effluent that comes in. So the more water that comes in, the more changes I need to make and so forth. Yeah. So it's a lot of monitoring and just making sure everything goes smoothly. That's putting it simple as possible. Yeah.
Yeah, we do need simple, but
I'm just wondering, are we allowed to visit the plant? Because I'm actually quite, curious. Is that something you can organize?
I'll have to check, but maybe not. It's only because like of all the stuff that goes in there, so you need to get like a lot of poop and like stuff, industrial stuff, and yeah.
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of, I can't remember what movie it is, where, okay, this is going to sound weird, but I'm just thinking, because water is kind of your main source of life and stuff as well, that there was, I can't remember what movie it was, and they wouldn't allow anyone in there because they had a potion that they wanted to throw into the water to completely take out, the city. I remember a movie, something similar like that. And that's probably why you're not allowed anyone in.
because Bea will bring the potion.
But it will be a potion to cure. Yeah, I can't remember what movie it was.
It might be a Disney movie. I don't know.
A Disney movie.
Maybe. Well, definitely not Nemo, but sorry, we'll get straight into the questions. Look, Kelvin, what does a typical day, work day look like for you?
Well, my day starts quite early, so I'm at work at like 5:45 in the morning. So I pretty much I'm on the computer first, looking through all the processes, making sure like any changes that may have been made previously, the correct changes. What else is there? Looking at set points and stuff, and then just making changes according to like what's coming into the plant. A lot of monitoring and stuff. So that's how the day starts. Yeah.
That is really crazy, Kelvin. We just had someone come in. Never happened before, but someone's just come in and dropped on some flowers.
Some flowers for me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't say who it's from.
Okay.
No, yes, it does. There's a card in there. Oh, that's so cute. Whoever you were.
Whoever you are, I love
so
you.
Cute.
These are so cute.
That's so
Anyway,
cute.
sorry. This is the thing with live shows. My gosh.
Sure.
So not the water that we deal with. It's completely something else.
Oh no.
The pools are safe.
Sorry, Kelvin. There we go.
Okay. Hello?
The audio is still not working.
Is it working now?
I can hear you guys.
Oh. I don't know what's happening on this hump day. Usually it's good.
Yeah. Must be the
That's not me.
flowers. My gosh, I'm just so... Okay, I'm just wondering whether we just go into a quick break. Hold fire, everyone. We still want to talk about...
Yes. And Dusty, we will be answering that question for you.
So stay... Well, just don't go anywhere. We're going to play a quick ad and then we'll be back. Let's see who these...
Telephone voucher is one of the most convenient ways that I'm finding now to do my shopping here at Mangere, and my sister just sent through the voucher on my cell phone, and I just come straight here to Mangere to do my shopping.
O lesi tūranga pitusili o le tāua. O le lafo me o le pepa tala o loa. Ona whaangale e whaatau ai o loa e au ngā mo le ainga.
I think it's really convenient for families overseas if they don't know how to help their families here. Then this is the perfect way.
Mai ai le sa suma fua tau ai le sia sa.
Le fia foi sa we mo mawina le foi au nang fo e ala mai le talo for voucher. Ila wana whaakau ma me te mga oi. Ile voucher.
Tai mo le talo pa voucher ua maua le apususi o sewa fine. So se paro loa whaingo fie. A me se le te wherua i mana o telefoni. Tai mi uma. Ai lo le lafo Watercare ona inu e lor tamao le ainga.
Whaftea tu lava le talo for voucher mo le foi au nang fo whaftai. Ma lua lava le tampai.
Tai talo pa voucher.
Yeah, I can still hear.
Talo pa voucher.
Tau tua ma le au nanga ar mo tau sa mo service station nei tona i matu. Ma tau te utuina lo ta vale, ma le tele o nisi o matu au nanga i se ese. Ai le ngata foi le, ma tau te sia ke ina fo i lo ta vale. Siapa lah yang voice wow, mau lah ucapan. Apa itu yang baik pak orang sah? Awalnya telepon, matu tu siapa lah yang voice mau lah ucapan. Mulu no posilah dia, mua tapi lah ucapan lebih out. Mua tapi lah telefon ni time out tu inai lah ucapan. Malah bayang mulu. Mana tua fo? E matua I fasa ina, lo tau maktapa ai no fuanga papeng.
Oh, good.
Hota Samoa, ole mota mo Samoa. Mado te fia e au na pe mo o Samoa. Aftaile fia mai. We'll see you again. God bless.
For the next generation of growers and farmers in the Pacific, may you find your own rhythm on the land. May you grow and teach others how to grow with love. May your skills and intuition continue to nourish, nurture, and advise those who need it.
Masi mawhailonga tupita I lua se lau tala e whase fulu o Sauni e le Pacific Easy mo ana paanga. E lua se fulu whailonga mo Samoa, lua se fulu fo I whailonga tupita I lua se lau tala mo New Zealand nei. Whamole mole whaonga le tali fufonga au mai lau pasi e ilo ai wa mai au na whai au tui. Mai fautui na fo I le whaonga o le F-Pass e tutongi ei tupe whaamomoli pe a whaonga ina o tātou ofisa I o Tara o Tahuru ma Mangere. Whaaftek tele Samoa le langlango I le nei tausanga ma ia maru I tele le kirisimasi ma le tausanga fo I ainga uma o Samoa. Modisi whaamtalanga wala au le ovalu se lau o tasi ono. Po le lua fitu ono, fitu wiva, fitu wha. Pacific Easy o lau paanga mo tupe whaamomoli I Samoa.
Telephone voucher is one of the most convenient ways that I'm finding now to do my shopping here at Mangere, and my sister just sent through the voucher on my cell phone and I just come straight here to Bluwave do my shopping.
O le si tūlanga pitusili o le tāua. O le lafo mea o le pepa tala o loa. O na whaanga le whaatau i o loa e au ngā mo le ainga.
I think it's really convenient for families overseas if they don't know how to help their families here. Then this is the perfect way.
Mai ai le sa sunga fua tau e le sia sa.
Le fia foi sa we mo mawina le foi au nang fo e ala mai le talo for voucher. Ila wana whaakau ma me te mga oi. Ile voucher.
Tai mo le talo pa voucher ua maua le apasusi o sewa fine. So se paro loa whaingo fie a me se le te wherua i mana o telefoni tai mi uma. Ai lo le lafo Watercare o na inu e leo tamao le ainga.
Whaftea tu lava le talo for voucher mo le foi au nang fo whaftai. Ma lua lava le tampai.
Tai talo pa voucher. Teki talo pa voucher.
O Malikirisi masi ma whaelonga tupeta I lua se lau tala e whase fulu o sauni e le Pacific Easy mo ana paanga. E lua se fulu whaelonga mo Samoa, lua se fulu foi whaelonga tupeta I lua se lau tala mo New Zealand nei. Whamole mole wha au ngā le tali whafonga au mai lau pasi e ilo ai ua mai au na whai tui. Mai fautui na fo I le wha au ngā le F-Pass e tutongi e tupe wha amomoli. Pe a wha au ngā ina o tātou ofisa I o Tara o Tahuru ma Mangere.
Saying something.
Tele Samoa le langlango I le nei tausanga ma ia mori e tele le kirisi masi ma le tausanga fo I ainga umo Samoa. Modi si whamtalanga wala au le overlu se lau o tasi ono. Po le lua fitu ono, fitu wiva, fitu wha. Pacific Easy o lau paanga mo tupe wha mamoli I Samoa.
O le Oceania Career Academy, o sea o ngai Mangere ua whaatui nei le pūlenga le fono mo tangata Pasifika ma Maori. O sea o ngai mauai le tomai whakamuta, whaapea I sianga wa eseste. E talia so se tangata mai le se furu ono I le wha se furu tausanga. Mai ha o ngā fua li ima tamai tai wono fo mau pesi te seni New Zealand. Whaafso tai nei loa le OCA I le overu se lau, ono lua lua, valu fitasi. Pea siasi le website www.oca.nz.
For the next generation of growers and farmers in the Pacific, may you find your own rhythm on the land. May you grow and teach others how to grow with love. May your skills and intuition continue to nourish, nurture, and advise those who need it.
Everyone, and welcome back. We're so sorry to you, and so sorry to Kelvin for the audio difficulties. But sometimes these things. Thank you so much for your patience. But we are going to give this one more go. Kelvin, say something.
Okay. Hello. I'm saying something. Still nothing.
We're just going through the.
Oh, and like we get really bummed out with these things because our guests are just so amazing, especially Kelvin, and we like to honor them time that they deserve.
Oh, there we can hear him. Can you hear us now?
Yay!
Hello.
Yeah,
thank you. We're back.
What a roller coaster ride for you, Kelvin, and for us. That's really awkward, but thank you so much. And so sorry.
You know what? We better not. No more laughing there, and we'll get straight into the questions because everyone's. I'm actually really keen to get to know exactly what we need to do as a community to ensure that our water is safe for our children, for our community to swim in.
Yes, but like going back to Tusty's question, his question is the same water also used at the pools, or is that confidential? So is toilet water used?
No, that's different. That's like proper clean water.
Until these little kids in there.
Yeah, once the little kids arrive, then it becomes water.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, well, for everyone that's watching, so prior to speaking with Kelvin, my knowledge on water was very very limited. I didn't even know that toilet water went into the oceans. But there is a difference between water treatment and wastewater treatment.
Yeah.
Kelvin, could you please explain the difference between?
Okay, yep. So you've got the water treatment, which is all the water that everyone showers, drinks, pretty much comes from the tap. So that's another process to make sure that's safe to drink and everything like that. Then we got the wastewater treatment, which is where I work and deal with, and that's everything that goes down the drains. So that's like domestic and industrial water. So pretty much if you look at the drain out on the street, that pretty much comes to my workplace. Those are the two different types.
I'm sorry, I'm still a little bit speechless because I'm still trying to digest the fact that I've been swimming in poop water the whole entire life.
Digest, and when you digest that, you know where it ends up, eh?
Now I do.
Into our waters. But look, we were talking about, the difference between that. So wastewater treatment is making water safe and clean to be sent back into the ocean. What is the special potion for that? And how is it done?
Oh, okay. So it's we use biological processes. So it comes into the plant, and then we're separating all the we call it screenings. So that's like tissue paper.
A very politically correct way.
All sorts of stuff. So that gets separated from the water, and then the next process, it's separating solids from the liquid. So we want to try and make the solids part as dry as possible, and we're trying to make the liquid part as clean as possible, less bacteria and viruses and all that sort of stuff. So there's a lot of processes involved to like separate the two further and further and further. But pretty much like, how can I put it simple? So the water comes in pretty dark and then it leaves very clear. So all the dark stuff is gone.
I'm sorry, I'm like...
all that dark stuff becomes dry and drier and drier, and it's like a solid. And then that gets taken somewhere else to be disposed.
Where does it get disposed to?
Yeah.
Where does it get disposed to?
So for us, we have an island nearby called Pukatutu Island. So
wait, is this just like literally down the road?
In Mangere?
Yeah, just down the road.
Oh my God.
All the solid stuff goes there, but it's
like compost?
It's not poo or anything. It's just like solid stuff. It looks like dirt.
What do they do with the solids? Does that get turned into sand and then taken to the beaches as per Vasa's conspiracy theory?
No, all the solid stuff doesn't go to a beach. It goes into pretty much goes into the ground in Pukatutu Island. So,
oh my gosh. Well, I know where the island is, and it's got like...
I've seen that island. I wanted to go for a little drive around the island. No. Now I'm not going to.
You know what? I just remembered.
You had your first date at the island?
No.
Well, Vasa is saying, Mina asked if this is Watercare on or near Pukatutu Island.
Yep, that's the one.
Oh my.
Well, Tassi has another question. And Kelvin, I'm just saying, you're getting a lot of questions. This must be like a very, very popular conversation that people are just dying to talk about. Okay. Tassi is saying, is that Three Waters reform still going ahead in approval with council and government?
Yeah, nice question.
That might be out of our scope right now, Tassi. You'll probably have to ask a proper MP, maybe?
Yeah, maybe like the local board or a member or something. But Tassi, I love the question. I really do, because for me, I think it's so important because we never think about it. No. And I know I laughed about it earlier on when I said to Claudia, hello, Nemo. But it's a movie. But now that we're thinking about it and making our community think about the water treatment side of it, man, that's crazy.
Well, Kelvin, you've got in the comments Mina saying that Vasa is single and Vasa saying that Mina is. So, just like Ray, I think you're also training the heads of the ladies.
We've got a Christian today. But you know what? I'm now that you've gone into the process, can I quickly ask another question because it's the clean process? I'm just guessing because I just spoke before the salt and the water. You know, mum and dad always like bring the salt, and they chuck the salt in whatever it is to help clean a wound or something. Do you think that's still kind of like, is that process still okay? Like once the water waste is kind of as clean as you can get it, and then back into the water, does the ocean kind of help process that as well with that salt and water theory?
No, that still applies. Like even though our wastewater has been treated, it's actually treated really, really well. Like if you were to put it into the glass before it goes out into the ocean, it looks like clean water. It's crazy because the processes that it goes through. So like it's still fine. Like
So how many screenings does the water go through, and can you get rid of like 100% of the bacteria? And if not, what percentage of the bacteria and everything actually gets removed from the water?
She wants to go swimming this summer.
It's 99.9% because the final process that it goes through is UV. So the UV actually it prevents any bacteria or anything like that from reproducing, and they just die. So that's how safe it is.
It's like, I know 99.99% is so good, but at the same time, I'm like, that means I'm still swimming in 0.01% of poo.
But you know, we've actually got another question that's come through from George. So thank you so much, George, for sending your questions through. And I know everyone's concerned about this summer. We've been talking about the COVID virus that's been going around, and now we're talking a little bit about the water waste and how it's treated and flushed back out into our ocean. It's clean. So George has asked, how do we get rid of the smell when you are treating the waste water?
Very good question.
Because he just said that the bacteria dies, and I'm pretty sure it's the bacteria that causes the whiff.
I think in another life, Bear was meant to be a scientist, to be honest.
Is that right?
So no, you're right. So through each process, we do have odor extraction. So that gets rid of any odor that's going through the process. So like, each process that's going through, odor is getting extracted every time. So by the time it gets to the UV, the final process for the liquid side, there is little to no smell.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask a question that I'm sure that everyone is dying to know the answer to. What beaches is this treated water getting
flushed to? Treated. Just so all of our viewers are like, oh my gosh, Bears. No, but tell me, is it West Auckland or North Shore?
So for us, it's going out into the west. So it gets discharged into the Manukau Harbour.
Yeah.
And then it gets discharged the same time as it reaches high tide. And as the tide is going out, it's all getting discharged and it's going straight out into the ocean. It's still safe to swim at
I
those
know,
beaches.
but do you know what I find really, really funny is that when you were mentioning that the water gets sent out to the beaches out west on the west coast, our producer Ryan reaches over for the hand sanitizer and starts sanitizing his hand. But our producer Ryan actually has a question. He says, what happens when beaches become unswimmable due to sewage? What went wrong? And is it because you didn't do your job, Kelvin?
I always do my job right. So I know, I think it was like last year or the year before, there was like a big thing about certain beaches not being swimmable, especially like up in North Shore ways, which I don't deal with. And that's all due to high flows. So like there's a wastewater treatment plant up there that just can't handle the amount of flow. So especially like when it's raining, like a heavy downpour of rain. So it overflows, and then because I don't deal much with that plant up there, because it works differently to mine. It kind of goes out into the ocean. But what they've done now at the moment, and they're working on it, it's called Central Interceptor. So there's a big pipe that's going to go underneath the Manukau Harbour to the plant that I work at in Mangere, and it's to take a lot of that flow from the north or central, and it comes to our plant, so that won't happen again. So that's what they're doing at the moment to prevent that from happening again. So you'll see a lot of work happening around Mangere, around my plant stuff.
So I think, I'm not sure if Ray has just tuned in, but Ray was actually a guest on our show last week, and he is the CEO of Game Tan. And I remember telling Ray that when he was on the show, we had the ladies in the office walking past, and they're like, "Oh my God, he's cute, right?" Now, let me remind you.
Same thing.
And same thing, but this time, one of the ladies in the studio actually wrote out a sign for Kelvin, which actually has never happened before. So there you go, Kelvin. I can give that to you next time I see you. So.
I think you've definitely captured the eye of the audience, but not only just that. What an interesting conversation, because man, I'm just sitting here going, my gosh.
I generally
it's the
do
science,
find
it's the science part as well.
And Dusty has another good question. He says, does algae become a massive impact as well with water?
Yeah, algae can be quite a bit of a problem. Because if there's algae, well, obviously, algae is quite poisonous, so it's not good for anyone, even like fish life and everything. Oh, it's like it's just not good for you, yeah. So like there's one called blue algae, which is not blue, but that is really, really bad. I've heard of stories like down in Wellington they had a problem with that at one point. So yeah, if you do see algae, I wouldn't swim there, but you shouldn't see a lot of algae. You shouldn't.
So Mission Bay is now, like you said, okay and safe to swim in now. It wasn't last year, but the water is usually really brown. Hence why I'm like, I don't want to swim there. Is the water still clean? Can I just get your confirmation that I can swim at Mission Bay?
So I did have a conversation about this at work with my work colleagues, and it is safe to swim there. Like theoretically, like it is actually safe to swim there, but
I sense the but.
Personally, I'd rather go swim at Long Bay or something.
but we can safely swim at Mission Bay.
Yeah, you can.
That wasn't a very convincing answer.
Oh my gosh, I'm loving the questions, and I love Tussie. Thank you so much for the questions, man, and thank you so much for tuning in. Seriously, I think everyone's just so, because because I know that there was a time, I think it was Eastern Beach. It wasn't safe as well to swim in, and I quite enjoy Eastern Beach. But there is regular testing. Can you correct me if I'm wrong, please, Kelvin? I believe there's regular testing, right?
Yeah, there is regular testing done, and it's done like routinely as well. So like an example of one of the tests that they do is they test the oysters and mussels, because they're filter feeders. So whatever they're eating is in the water. So if there is like some bad stuff in the mussel or the oysters, then the water's not so good. So that's what they're doing in Mission Bay at the moment. They're going to be putting like mussels and stuff. Don't go there and take those mussels, because it's
there's mussels in Mission Bay?
I didn't know
that.
They're going to start doing that to help test the water.
Right.
Well, I really do hope that a lot of people hear his message. Do not take the mussels at Mission Bay, because I can just imagine everyone going with their buckets. They go, yeah, free mussels.
Tamaki PIC, the mussels are not for you. It's not filtered. It's there to filter out.
Don't eat it, guys.
No, and I love that. I didn't actually know that the oysters and the mussels filtered it. But see, this goes back to what I was saying, because I know that there are a few sea creatures and also sea plants that help assist with that process, right? Yeah. So even if we are a little bit worried about the 0.1% that still gets flushed into our water.
0.01%.
Sorry, 0.01% that gets flushed into the waste that gets flushed.
I'm worried about that.
Flushed into the water. There is plants, and the water process that's done does help keep it clean, right? Yeah. I think it might be, do you think that it might be the rain that causes that overflow of pollution?
Check you out in your smart questions.
The rain does play a massive part, It does. Because because if it rains, because of all that rainwater, it goes to the plants as well. And it's got nowhere to go but to the plants, so it can overflow. But for my plant can handle quite a lot, but there's other smaller plants around Auckland that can't. So that's when the problem happens.
Gotcha. Now, we've got more comments. So we have Tarina tuning in. Tarina says, love your answers, Kelvin.
Oh, thank you.
Stefan is asking, is it still okay to walk at Mission Bay? I think I can answer the question. It's yes, it's still okay to walk.
Obviously, ankles are okay.
Ray is asking for Kelvin's number for business purposes, of course. I don't know if you want to give Ray your number there, but
you know, I'm loving this. I am really, really loving the conversation, and I'm loving that, the work that goes behind it, the science.
Now, I did jump onto the Watercare website, and it said that Watercare supplies around 400 million litres of top quality drinking water to the people of Auckland. Is that true?
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. Again, that's more on the water side, but it's, definitely 400 litres. 400 million litres. Million. That's huge.
That's heaps. That's a lot.
Every day, guys. So every day, 400 million litres of top quality drinking water. So when you think about it, if we're drinking 400 litres of water, right? I guess.
And that's just in Auckland.
Also need to top up the ocean.
So that 400 million litres of water does again get flushed out into our ocean.
Yeah.
So now that
water.
Recycled water.
Oh my God.
Pre-loved
water. Something. Another interesting thing though. So 400 million liters of water, right? On the wastewater side, you know how I said we separate the liquid from the solid.
Yeah.
So that solid bit that goes to Puketulu Island, we take 300 tons worth there every day.
Every day.
300 tons. So
that's a lot of poop, guys.
That's a lot of solids.
Take it easy on the toilet.
We better take it easy here in South Auckland, guys.
So when you are thinking of buying that second bucket of KFC, just remember the 300 tons of poop that you're sending to the island. Well, here was another fact, guys. The website on the Watercare website also said Aucklanders are the most efficient water users in the country, which I felt was a nice positive comment about Aucklanders, because not a lot of people like Aucklanders. So I'm just going to say that again. Aucklanders are the most efficient water users in the country. Kelvin, do you have any tips for us on how to kind of control our usage of water and save water, especially coming up to summer?
Yeah, well, definitely the biggest thing, and it's been really pushed at work as well, but it's the showers. Trying to have I think it's 4 or 5 minute showers rather than a long 30-minute shower, because that's just a lot of waste of water if you're just standing there and water's just dripping on you. So stuff like that. If you're seeing leaks as well, try to get that sorted with Watercare. Just simple things like that, eh? Make sure you turn off the tap properly. Yeah.
We have Marie in the comments also asking for Kelvin's number. I think there's quite a little bit of competition. I'm just going to remind the viewers that a lady in our studio actually walked in and gave me the sign just to let him know that he's cute. So, I don't know if you can see that. There we go.
And you know what? Never mind the cute. You look like a person that I can trust with the water, because can you imagine one wrong person hired at that plant could really totally flush 99% of that wastewater back. And wait, now I've got a question. What happens if that does ever happen? Is there a system in place where you kind of go red flag, code red,
Code brown,
and what do you have anything in place if that does happen?
Yeah, no, we definitely have something in place. They pretty much call me. To be honest, like, a lot of the stuff there is automated. It's really, really, really hard for something to go wrong. Even though if someone does something wrong, the software that we deal with at work at the treatment plant, it knows if it's wrong or right. So it's very, very rare that something wrong can happen, but we do have things in place if something does go wrong. But that would be very, very critical.
Has it ever happened in the past?
Believe it or not, but no. It hasn't happened.
You know what? I'm really impressed with everyone that's engaged, because by the sounds of it, everyone is very, very concerned about the water they are potentially swallowing. See, sorry, it's the science.
I was going to make really inappropriate jokes.
But I do have a question from, I'm going to say the surname, Perolini. Is there still combustion, PHO, in seawater in Mangere? Was the question that we've got here.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, what was the question again?
Is there still combustion, PHO, in seawater in Mangere?
Combustion, PHO?
Yeah.
Maybe if you can elaborate that question a little bit. I mean, it sounds like a good question.
It sounds like a good question, Perolini, but I think even myself, I don't even know what the term PHO is in seawater in Mangere. But love the questions that are coming through as well.
Here's another question for you, Kelvin. Is it true that your work nickname is James Brown Kelvin?
That's the first time I've ever heard that, but I like it.
There you go. Man, I'm just really fascinated about
I'm so fascinated with this. Well, is there anything else that we can do to keep our water safe? Like, I mean, is there something particular, or that one big no-no that your advice, what's your advice for us here in Auckland to help keep our waters safe and cleaner before it reaches you?
Yes.
I'd say the biggest thing is just be mindful what goes down the drain, Like, in terms of like chemicals, because we have had things in the past where people do illegal dumping down the drains, and that can affect our process. So it's more like people putting certain chemicals down the drain because they have to pay for that to get disposed.
Right.
So they just put down the drain, it's someone else's problem. But we can find out where it comes from and who does it. So I wouldn't recommend doing that at all. Yeah. We can track down what goes down the drain and who did it as well. So
man, I'm buzzing out.
I'm gonna think twice before
definitely
down my drain.
I didn't know that. That technology is.
How do you do that?
I know, right? Well, because what if you think about it, we're sharing that one drain. Sorry, man. I'm just kind of like,
I'm mind blown, to be honest.
I am.
You know, when Kelvin was saying that you have to be mindful what you put down the drain, I thought he was going to say you have to be mindful what you put in your body.
Yeah, well, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking, certain types of diet we need to change, but you're talking about the dangerous chemicals,
The KFC diet is really good. It helps our plant a lot because, like, the bugs in the plant that help with the process, they love fat. So, like, eat heaps of KFC, guys. It's
Really?
good for us.
Okay, so guys, yes, do get that second bucket of KFC.
Man, and that's that term that you use there, like the fat with the bacteria and this breakdown. Oh my gosh, Kelvin, we need to bring you into the studio. I'm really fascinated with this right now, like just the science behind it.
We have a cheeky question from Stefan saying, "Can you tell when my money goes down the drain at the casino?"
Actually, yes. How much have I think I've found like up nearly $150.
What? In the drain?
Like, money coming down. Yeah, coming down the drain. Like you'll see like dollar notes going up and like, wow, $50. Oh,
really?
$20. Yeah. Like the money that goes down the drain, it comes to our plant and
do you share it amongst yourselves?
Whoever finds it gets to keep it. So first in, first serve.
Man, I love that.
I didn't know that.
Man, we've learned a lot about our waste and how safe our beaches are.
Yep.
I've actually really enjoyed this show.
I'm not as concerned about swimming this summer anymore.
See? It's not that bad.
I was very, very scared, to be honest. Like off air, I was like gagging and vomiting.
Yeah, but it's also nice to know that the team who have, are dedicated to keeping our water safe have also found ways to, eliminate the problems that we have, like in beaches, like e.g.
Eliminate the eliminations from your body.
eliminate that dirty stuff in Mission Bay. So you're going to have mussels in there. And I've learned that something new. Mussels and oysters do help filter things out, and it'll be used for testing.
Now here's another question from Tarina. Tarina's asking, how long has those solids been stored on the island?
Oh geez, for a very, very, very long time. Like it just stays there, and eventually it just.
Do they bury it, or is it kind of like a hill they just keep adding to?
No, they bury it. So I think we have up to I think it's 20 years worth of space there to keep putting the biosolids there. It's called biosolids, by the way.
Biosolids.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
now I'm like rethinking the biodegradable plates and stuff, cups that we get now. So it's not made from that, eh? Please say no.
Oh my God, no, I didn't even think about it.
Because it's a solid and it's brown. Kelvin, we've had such an amazing time here on the show, learning a few things and more than a few things. Thank you so much to all. We do have to wrap up, but honestly, thank you so much, Tassie, George, everyone that has sent in, Perlini, everyone who's engaged with us and showing your genuine concern on what happens to the wastewater here in Auckland. But did you have any final words that you wanted to share with us, or any shout outs that you wanted to share today?
Just like to say thank you for having me on. Thank you to everybody who gives me work, who uses the toilets. Thank you so much. Without you, I wouldn't have a job.
You're welcome, Kelvin.
And to all my friends and family that happen to be watching as well, just want to say hello. And that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And I know people are probably thinking, oh, it's just but you have a massive job for, there for our community to keep our water safe, to keep our ocean safe.
Vital and critical.
It is very vital. We did laugh, and we probably the boys just have a little chuckle on the side, but ultimately you have the biggest job, because without you, we won't have safe water to drink. And
we wouldn't even be able to swim in the beach. So without Kelvin, guys, you literally would have no beaches in New Zealand or Auckland to swim in during the hot summer days. So thank you so much. And thank you once again to our sponsors, and thank you for everything. This is the card. We don't know who sent the flowers, but maybe we can start a who sent Bea the
flowers. Whoever you are, I love you, and I look at that. Okay, I cannot believe it. I just
Like, I want
Thank
to
you
track
so
the
much,
person.
yeah.
I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gesture. We just
you
don't
made my
know
day. You really
who
did.
sent her the flowers. So if you wanted to send us a DM, just
Let
let
us
know
know.
who you
Thank
are.
you. I know, but otherwise, we will be back tomorrow.
Yes.
Thursday. Don't forget Asiata, and if you are looking at getting assistance or help, awale angangu'u, it is important. I am learning. So I'm learning the angangu'u as well with Asiata. So the classes are from Tuesday to Friday. If you want to register, hit up the brother Asiata on his page. And don't forget, for Christmas, we have these mugs here available at Bluwave here at 28D Lambie Drive here in Manukau, Auckland. That's it. That's us.
Thank you so much, Kelvin. And we'll see
Thank
you
you.
everyone tomorrow, and have a blessed day.
So far, so forth.
So.
Tau tua ma le au nanga mo tau sa mo service station nei tona i matu. Ma tau tau tuina lo ta vale, ma le tele o nisi o matu au nanga i se ese. Ai le ngata foi le, ma tau te sia ke ina fo i lau ta vale. Siapa lah yang voice wow mau lau tapan. Afai foi vai pa olo sa. Awala te pol ma tu te siapa lah yang foi mau lau tapan. Molo no posila fia. Mua tape lau ta vale pe out. Lua tape lau telefone ni tai me utu ina lau tapan. Male vaenga mulu. Mana tua fo e matua i whaasaina lo tau makitapa ai no fuanga whapengi. Ota Samoa, ore ma ota mo Samoa. Mato te fia e au na pe mo o Samoa. Maftaile fia mai. We'll see you again. God bless.
Kirisimasi mawhailonga tupeta i lua se lautala e whase fulu o Sauni e le Pacific Easy mo ana paanga. E lua se fulu whailonga mo Samoa, lua se fulu fo i whailonga tupeta i lua se lautala mo New Zealand nei. Whamole mole whaonga le tali fufonga au mai lau pasi e ilo ai wa mai au na whai utui. Mai fautui na fo i le whaonga o le F-Pass e tutongi ei tupe whaamomoli pe a whaonga ina o tātou ofisa i o Tara o Tahuru ma Mangere. Whaaftek tele Samoa le langlango i le nei tausanga ma ia maru i tele le Kirisimasi ma le tausanga fo i ainga umo Samoa. Modisi whaamtalanga wala au le oval se lau o tasi ono. Po le lua fitu ono, fitu wiva, fitu wha. Pacific Easy o lau paanga mo tupe whaamomoli i Samoa.
Telephone voucher is one of the most convenient ways that I'm finding now to do my shopping here at Mangere, and my sister just sent through the voucher on my cell phone, and I just come straight here to Mangere to do my shopping.
O le si tūlanga pitusili o le tāua. O le lafo me o le pepa tala o loa. O na whaanga le whaatau i o loa e au ngā mole ainga.
I think it's really convenient for families overseas if they don't know how to help their families here. Then this is the perfect way.
Mai ai le sa suma fua tau e le sia sa.
Le fia foi sa we mo mawina le foi au nang fo e ala mai le talo for voucher. Ila wana whaatau ma me te mga oi. Ile voucher.
Tai mo le talo pa voucher ua maua le apususi o sewa fine. So se paro loa whaingo fie, a me se le te whelua i malo telefoni, taimi uma. Ai lo le lafo Watercare ona inu le tamao le ainga.
Whaftea tu lava le talo whawata mo le foi au nang fau whaftai.
Malo langa le tampai. Whaftai talo whawata. Teki talo whawata.
O le Oceania Career Academy, o sea o ngai Mangere ua whaatui nei le pūlenga le whono mō tangata Pasifika ma Maori. O sea o ngai mawai le tomai whakamuta, whaapea isi anga wa eseste. E talia so se tangata mai le se furu ono i le wha se furu tausanga, mai ha o nga fua li ima tamai tai wano fo mau pese te seni ni usila. Whaafso tai nei loa le OCA i le overu se lau, ono lua lua, valu fitasi. Pea si le website www.oca.nz.
For the next generation of growers and farmers in the Pacific, may you find your own rhythm on the land. May you grow and teach others how to grow with love. May your skills and intuition continue to nourish, nurture, and advise those who need it.